Hey everybody, I felt a real strong calling to do a video today on my journey of getting sober with the pure intention of helping someone else who's thinking about quitting drinking. It wasn't an easy journey for me. It took me over 13 years to finally quit. So my intention of this video is to purely help those and just help them understand the real bewilderment of addiction. And alcohol can be really baffling, and it can be really a powerful drug over people. So that is my intention. Now I want to share a place that I went to for sobriety. Now there is, out of respect, I have so much respect for the place that it is not something that I want to publicly say the place, but I'm picking up that you will understand because you go to meetings, and it's all about attraction rather than promotion, right? But it was really the start of my journey. And I'm happy to share personally, it's a thing that you never want to force someone before they're ready, because I didn't want to hear it initially, right? So I'm going to launch into my story, and it's just speaking from the heart. And my intention is, I don't want to make this a drunk dialogue, because we've all got those stories, right? Even people that aren't problem drinkers. So I'm going to try and make it to the point, but just to know that I definitely do qualify. I've got all those stories, danced on many tables, and I've had broken ribs and just crazy stuff, right? That happens in your drinking times. And I wasn't a daily drinker. Okay, so some of you may be, and all our stories are different, but I urge you to listen to the similarities rather than the differences, right? Initially, when because there's something, when we've got a problem with the booze, right, we get each other. There's something in that. And I remember when I'd go along to meetings, and these beautiful people that had been sober for years would tell me their story, and half of me thought, well, they're so lovely to share, I don't have a problem. And the second half was, God, they talk about themselves a lot. How's that meant to help me? So there's a double-edged sword that was going on in my head, right? And it was suggested to me that I might have a problem, and it might be quite good to go along to one of these meetings. And I went along on a Saturday night for my first meeting, and had to pass one of my favourite pubs on the way, and I sat there and thought, why the hell would you be here on a Saturday night? I want to go out and have some fun. And I didn't want to give up drinking. That was the difference. It was suggested to me. So I urge, whatever stage you're at, it's okay, right? For me personally, it took me 13 years. And in that 13 years of going to those meetings, I had 2 years up in sobriety, and then I had another 18 months, and then I did 6 months of sobriety, right? Until now, when I'm truly committed, right? So my journey now is, and we're taught to say in the rooms that we can never say that we're not going to drink again, right? That's one of the things that a lot of the old timers say. But I truly feel now, for me, and this may not be relevant for you, but this is just my story where I'm at, is I had exhausted every possibility. I had exhausted and taking it beyond where it should have stopped, right? And the equation for me, which I share a lot, is this. And this mathematical equation of logic really has got me over the line. And it's this. Okay, what I thought drinking gave me, I thought it gave me the confidence to come out to play, right? So I thought it gave me that, and I didn't want to give up the fun, because I love characters. I love partying. That was my identity. I lived for that, and I still do. I love characters. I love fun. You know, can't take that out of us. Okay, I'll share more of that in a wee minute. Okay, so this is what I thought alcohol gave me. And now, where I'm at 13 years on, this is what I truly know at my deepest core. Alcohol didn't give me that, and I'll explain why. Okay, so the equation goes down here. It gave me nothing but grief, in my understandings, because I will recommend Andrew Huberman, okay, on Spotify. He talks about the effects of alcohol. And because this is my YouTube video, I can speak my truth. And I truly believe that alcohol has absolutely no benefit for mankind. And I know doctors will say that a little bit of red wine full of antioxidants, but I'd like to call bullshit on that, because why don't you just eat the grapes? There's many foods that have huge antioxidants. It's a carcinogenic poison. What it does to our brain cells, it kills off parts of our brain cells. Now, I'm not going to keep talking about that because this isn't a lecture. This is the equation. So this is what it gave me. Nothing. I was giving up nothing, right? Okay. And when I realized that, what I was getting back, and this is what I've got back. Okay, I come out to play all the time. Not just the effect of a couple of drinks when I came out to play. It didn't give me that in the end, by the way. You might be at that point, you maybe not, but it gave me nothing in the end. And so what I thought the illusion of the fantasy was nothing, but what I get now is because I've realized that alcohol is just like putting a band-aid. It's just a symptom. And when you get to the root cause of that, and done a lot of work to really heal versions of me, to like who I am and love my darker parts. So I'll talk about this in a minute. It's all related. But I get to come out to play every day. I dance with my baby girl in the kitchen. We have music and we have fun. And I have those deep belly laughs all the time, right? And so what I get back is I never have to have another one of those freaking hangovers ever again. My health and well-being's improved. My intuition's improved. All those beautiful gifts I hid as a little girl, my sensitivity, my intuition, all of that I delved down with alcohol is back. Okay, because I've learned and done the work and healed those parts of me, I honor all those parts of me where I thought I didn't fit in because I was too sensitive. But I also have a little edge about me, right? And you may do as well. But we get to learn to love all those parts of us. On my first 2 years in sobriety, when I finally got it, I thought that you'd have to change your life so much and you'd have to be a wee goody good. A wee goody good who was all perfect and did things right. That's just another level of trauma again, right? And now is that I love those fun parts. I'm a girl who does love a little bit of gangster rap, but then I'll lie down and do my meditation. I love my organic veggies, but I love salt and vinegar chips, chocolate biscuits. And you get to be you, fully you. You don't have to be this perfect little goody good and change your life on every aspect, because that's just trauma and why we drunk, that perfectionism in us, right? So it took me a long time, 13 years. My wish for anyone watching this, my true wish, is that you don't have to go through what some of us went through, including myself, right? And, I tried to control it. I really did. I'm quite a strong-willed person. So I think that's why it took me so long. If you fall down and lose everything initially, it's easier to get right, but it progresses. And some of my stories, I shouldn't be here, and I feel I am, and you will be too. We have certain angelic forces, or whatever you call it, looking after us. And my wish for you is that you would get the gifts and get the equation a lot sooner than I did. I have a power greater than me, and I used to think this. I used to think that if you had a power greater than you, it meant that you were quite weak. It meant that I used to think survival of the fittest. I was very strong-willed and headstrong, right? And what I've learned now is I initially thought in my early days of sobriety I had to fully do God's will and serve and to have this life that was like this, right? And you had to be a good little person and do all right by God. But, God wants us to have an amazing life, not putting limits on what we want to achieve, okay? And now I align my will with that of the Creator, and I know I deserve a magic life, and so do you. We get to create what we truly love, okay? So what you get back is just magic. It really is. I have a beautiful daughter in my life, and I thought I couldn't have children. I'm so content. I was a girl that always had to be in a relationship. We always have the other things alongside the alcoholism. You know, it was really hard for me to be out of a relationship. If I wasn't in one, I was searching for the next one. And, you know, I'm just so happy to be with my little 3-year-old daughter that I was gifted, and just really content. And I have an inner knowing in me that it will align, my life will all align as it's meant to now. And it's that trust. I truly trust. You know, I had to be someone that was out all the time, being social, but my circle now is just very good people that I trust fully. I don't have a lot of those drinking friends. I wish them well, but I'm just not that same girl anymore. To fit in, I used to get really drunk and act the clown to fit in, right? But I just now can sit back, and, you know, it's what I bring to the table, what I can bring at a social occasion, right? And it's very much, you sometimes go from that ego up here to the bottom of the heap the next day when you were hungover. The pendulum would always swing, right? The less than, thinking you were less than because you behaved when you were drinking, to that accelerated ego that, you know, would come out when you had a few drinks, a few shots of tequila. It was, for me, it was the hard stuff. But now it's, you know, it's the gentle enjoyment, that peace and tranquility of conversations where I have 2 ears to listen, to really hold space, and then, you know, intuitively guided how to act and how to speak. It's a two-way things with all my relationships. It's not just what can I get, that energy of addiction, fill me up. So I hope that's helped. And there is an amazing life beyond the booze, and just stick with it. And that real self-love, just love you, really honor you, and do the inner work, because you are so worth it. You may be, like me, a real sensitive soul who was really deep feeling, and then what you did when you found the booze, it made you feel quite invincible, right? And when you take off those layers underneath it all, we get to really work on that, so we're really strong at our core. And for me now, I have that strength within, so I can be vulnerable and soft on the outside to share this. I never wanted to share those parts of me when I first went into sobriety, because I was scared of being judged. I was particularly scared of being judged by the other ladies. What would they think of me? And so that was a really big thing for me, where I'd hold back. But now, when you really heal those parts, there's real strength and love and vulnerability. And when I see another going through that, it's that real genuine care and concern, because you get where another human being's at, and you realize that judgment is just projection when we're judging another, right? So when you truly love you, you can share that, and it's okay to have that softness come through. And so that's what you get back. You get that love, that softness, that inner strength, the joy that happens daily, not having to fill myself up with outside sources, with another man, you know, that's trauma bonds that, you know, because of this, it's lessons learned, right? And I love my journey because it's what I can offer. So I would love anyone who resonates to just really feel into it and just stick with it. And please reach out to me. I would love to, again, assist you on your journey. It's not an easy road in the beginning, but it's worth it. And just, you know, really, it's about asking for the divine help on a daily basis. What would it take to keep me sober today? And taking that action. And then really tuning into what your body needs, you know, gentle movement, nourishing your body right, and it won't let you down. When you put down the booze, you get your conscious awareness, so it would gift you all of that. And then you'll find yourself coming out to play, and your humour's back, that full character of who you are, that beautiful sensitivity on who you are, and you're worth it. You're so worth it. And all the things that you hid with the booze, or that beautiful heart and your sensitivity is who you are. And I saw that in the rooms. A lot of people in addiction have the most beautiful hearts, and they've been through trauma, right? You know, a lot of trauma. That's why we chose to drink. But some of the most beautiful people you will ever meet, and we get each other. We really get each other. There's nothing like connecting with someone else who gets you, will truly see you at your core. And I know that well-meaning doctors and psychologists in addiction, they mean well, they truly do, but until you've lived it, you don't have a true deep core understanding. But we get each other. And my intention for this video is that I see you, I get you, I know where you're at, and my wish for you is that you get the equation. It gives you nothing, but you get so much back. And on a final note, you're not giving up anything. You're giving up nothing. It doesn't give you anything, but you are getting so much back, and you are loved unconditionally. You are loved unconditionally. And if you truly don't believe it, just know someone like me and many of us, we see you. Okay? And I'm just going to send you that love and channel that energy through to you. And that's my wish for you and my intention for doing the video. So please reach out to me. I'm available for anyone who's in early sobriety or struggling. Sending you so much love.